Hey, what's up you guys? It's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to go into the next part of Crank by Ellen Hopkins. We left off on page 133, so that's where we're going to pick up and start reading. I may do more than 10 pages in this video because the last two videos have been like almost 3 minutes long and that's it. But we'll see how it goes, so let's get right into this video. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, please click off the video now. You have been warned. Hi, Bruce. Are you saying hi? Okay. Coming, jumped up, dashed for mouthwash, forgetting the uncertainty of legs unused for 20 hours, but spurred the confront, the fear in his voice, and something more, something too like guilt. Oh God, who was in the mirror? Not Bree, not Christina, but some evil incarnation glaring back at me, a horrid red-eyed crone materialized, as if from the darkest dimension, nightmares to come hibernating inside of me. I filled the sink with cold water, ducked my whole head under, counted to 10, came up, repeated the process, came up again, and she had retreated, still close, I suspected, but far enough to let me go to the door. His demon showed in his eyes. He stumbled in, tumbled against me, clutching like a scared little boy in need of his mama's grace. She's hurt real bad. Who? Linz. What? Fell or jumped off the balcony. When? Yesterday. Where? Right outside. I didn't dare ask why. Instead, I let him cry. He told me why anyway. She came home from the bowling alley, went looking for me, found me here with you, heard us inside talking, laughing, looked in the window, watched us kiss, and watched my hands running all up and down you. When your dad came home, she waited for me to come outside. She wanted to talk, but she wanted more than that. She wanted to erase you from my heart. Never could, Bree, never could. And that's what I told her. The monster rose up hard then, hard in her eyes. She looked like an animal, crazy, mad, diseased, spit in every word she swore she'd get back at you, at me. Next thing I knew, she was on the sidewalk below, still, except for the blood running red from her head. Then they say it was an accident. She tripped or leaned over too far. Cranking, they said, and she was, oh yes, she was. That's what I want to believe. Maybe someday I can, but right now I think something different. I never saw it coming, never thought she would. I would have stopped her. Could I have stopped her? My brain somersaulted, my heart picked up speed, my stomach threatened to 86, guilt, drowning in bile. Oh God, I'm sorry. Hold me. I wrapped him tight, hair dripping cool around the stiffness of his shoulders. Not your fault. Whose then? The answer hanging over my head like a stubborn black cloud seemed obvious. Mine. Don't say that. I pictured Guinevere, golden-eyed wildcat, crumpled against the sad, cracked cement. Whose then? Plenty of blame to go around. Too much truth in that, and I never heard a thing, dead to the world for 20 hours. We sat on the floor, tangled up in each other, a knot of emotions desperate for release, and the more we kissed, the more we talked, the more we confused we became. He loved me, he loved her first, he loved me now. I loved him, I hated her. I hated him for loving her. I loved him for still loving her. He wanted me, he needed me. He needed more to go to her, let her know he still loved her. I wanted him, I needed him. I wanted him to forget her, needed more to let him tell her he loved her. When he asked me to go along, some ecstatic piece of me agreed. 15 blocks on foot and a bus ride later, we walked through big revolving doors into the land of antiseptic. My empty stomach rocked in the alcohol/bleach perfume, yet somewhere in that revolting scent a lovely memory floated ghost-like. The receptionist told us Linz was in the ICU and asked if we were relatives. I've seen enough soap operas to know to nod an affirmative answer. Adam played along. I'm her brother, and this is, I held my breath, my fiancé. The lady didn't even blink behind her thick gray lenses. She directed us to the elevators. We got off on the 7th floor. A nurse said we missed visiting hours, but since we were relatives, she let us poke in through the door. Intensive care is not a private place. Big windows allowed unobstructed hallway to room views. It was a sea of white uniform sheets, curtains, floors, and walls. Why did that feel comforting? Linz floated in that white water world, Guinevere upon the river Styx, tubes, intruding wrists and nose, liquid-filled lifelines. Adam let go of my hand, and I stopped in a mute agreement. This was his show. I found the waiting room. A dozen needs attacked me there. I needed food, fluid, soap, shampoo. I needed Adam, his heart, his promises, his tomorrow. I needed to go home because somewhere deep down I needed my mommy and all that made me really, really need a line. That is the end of this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.